Hello, welcome to another edition of Coffee with Stephen. I usually start these videos out sipping my coffee and kind of talking in a jocular mood, and today's not the day for that. Over the weekend, there was a shooting that you probably heard about. It made national news. An individual left Las Vegas armed with two handguns and made his way to Orange County, right by our home and within the community of the Artemis Defense Institute. He went to a church where he began shooting at parishioners. Evidently, this was motivated by political extremism. The little bit that we know that we received from a press conference from the Orange County Sheriff's Department is that he had a hatred for the Taiwanese and he was from mainland China. The church that he targeted was a congregation of Taiwanese parishioners. There happened to be an individual at that church on Sunday. He was a good friend of mine. His name was Dr. John Cheng. Dr. Cheng had originally come to Artemis as a member about 6 or 7 years ago. I remember he had contacted me. He was a sports medicine doctor, and he called me because he was concerned that he would not receive the adequate level of training that he felt he needed as somebody getting into the gun community. I assured him that we would do our best, and he came in to take a look at our facility. This turned into a long-term friendship between us. Dr. Cheng became my wife and my daughter's physician, actually, and he became a close personal friend. In fact, Dr. Cheng oftentimes would book back-to-back sessions during my range day with Stephen and Sandy. Gave him an excuse to get out of the office, and like he said, he preferred to work on his tactical ballistic shooting than go play a round of golf. This gave Dr. Cheng and myself the opportunity to have a lot of conversations. It was during one of these conversations that he learned about our trial down in San Diego, and he became righteously indignant about the injustice that our client was suffering. And he volunteered free of charge to become an expert witness in that trial. And his work was actually instrumental in causing the district attorney to change their position and essentially dismiss the case against our client. That was who Dr. Cheng was. Last Sunday, he was at that church with his mother when the monster showed up. When he began shooting, Dr. Cheng threw himself at the shooter. He wrestled him to the ground, and his inspiration to other parishioners caused them to do the same thing. He was the motivator behind stopping that attack. There were 4 people who were injured. Unfortunately, while he was tackling the shooter to the ground, the shooter was able to fatally shoot Dr. Cheng. And Dr. Cheng leaves behind a wife and 2 children and a grieving Artemis Defense Institute family. We don't know yet about the funeral or any other sort of arrangements or anything like that. As soon as we do get any information, we will pass that on. The blog this week is about Dr. Cheng, and I encourage you to read it. He was a friend, and he was a hero. Thank you. Train constantly, train consistently, train repetitively, and train with purpose.